Okay, this is a video on a topic I've raised before, and I'm going to keep making these videos until someone listens. We've got a big problem in internet web design. A big problem. There are too many alternatives going on. It's a disaster. The internet is a disaster. Web page design is disastrous. It's a mess. It is a complete and utter mess. Every single website you go on is a completely different array of nonsense that you have to deal with. Some of them have complete disregard for any, you might call it courtesy, with regards to their design. Some of them are downright malevolent in their design, as in they're trying to give as much distraction and annoyance and invasion to the user experience as possible. I'm not going to give developers the benefit of the doubt. We have an industry-wide problem, a very, very serious problem. The internet was clunky, fine, but now the current alternative is 10 times worse, because all of these idiots are trying to do everything for you, because they know that they can't fix the internet. But their efforts to do other things aren't succeeding. They're making it worse, and they need to completely and utterly withdraw from what they're doing. I'm tired of it. I am so tired of using the internet now. Standardization exists to make things user-friendly. And standardization does not mean removing options and then enforcing a specific set of options on people. Standardization means keeping it simple. If you want to offer extra things for each user to personalize their experience with, that's different. But having 5 million different styles of web design is a disaster for efficiency. It's a complete disaster. I am so tired of using the internet nowadays. The internet in the past, it was clunky, but it was fine. You were left to do what you wanted to do with it yourself. Now, these morons are trying to do everything for you in an environment where you really would be better off left alone. Not only are they trying to do it for you, they are trying to condescend to you, to treat you as if you are a complete and utter idiot. I am so sick to death of using the internet now, and I have things I want to do on the internet. It is a disaster. We have to have a solution to this. It is chaos out there. Complete chaos. And the problem we have now is that people with political agendae are going to try to use any attempt or motivation to instill or install any standardization as an excuse to try and control people. What we need is developers, let's call them developers for now, but programmers, to have a sit down with each other and get their heads out of their backsides, because that's where their heads are right now. Right up their backsides. That whoever's in charge of anything is not listening, and those who are listening actually have malevolent intent to try and screw everything they can out of the user. It's got to stop. It's crazy. As for making the internet instantaneous, I don't want it fast, if I'm quite honest with you. There is such a thing as too fast. The internet is too fast now. I hate it. I don't want every single thing happening the billionth of a second after my finger depresses a button. It's jarring. I'm tired of this nonsense. When is it going to stop? Who is in charge? Who is responsible? And the answer seems to be Nobody. Nobody is in charge. And that is the reason we have chaos. Because that's what happens when there's no one in charge, or no one apparently in charge. We have a severe, significant problem. Every single website is different. Every single website is different. They've all got nonsense in that you do not need and do not want. I don't want something popping up telling me to click on it to go to the back to the top of the screen. I don't want sticky headers. I don't want hover functions. Guess what? I know where my cursor is because there's a cursor. Just because you were taught in web design school that it's pretty to make something change color or change shape when someone's cursor moves over it, that doesn't mean that the entire world would like to see your pretty flashing animation when their cursor moves across something. It's nuts. The old adage, keep it simple, applies here. You need to keep things simple. You have to keep things simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You have to stick to these design principles because they exist because they have been tested for a very long time. I don't want to make videos like this. I want there to be some sit down between head programmers worldwide to address this problem, and also to keep out the political ambitions of nasties who would try and jump on such an endeavour to try and control the world, which is what they will try and do. So there has to be some independent party here. How do you get such a thing? How do you create such a thing? How do you keep it safe from nasty outside interests? How do you do it? Well, you need people with character involved in it, people who actually have backbone, people who have honour, people who are going to actually try and keep it safe and protect it. And that's the notion of responsibility. And then I have to delve into politics here, whereby I note that anyone who has any backbone in this society, well, they're just called bad guys. People complain about Putin. I have no negative opinion of the guy. None at all. He has backbone. He's a leader. And we need leaders in this world, not cowards who go, ooh, I'm scared of upsetting someone. We need leadership. Now, I don't want Putin on my doorstep, and I would fight him if I had to. But the fact is, he's in charge of his country, and the buck stops with him. If you don't like him, tough. You don't have to like a leader. You just have to respect them, because they have the guts and the backbone to actually stand up for something. And that's what we're lacking in our society, which is why I go on and on and on about the damage of feminism, because feminism causes complete lack of leadership, which allows nasties to come in and take charge from behind the scenes. So we need leaders who will stand up front and centre and take charge and take responsibility and take the heat and take the flak. That's how you get things done. You don't get it by feminizing a society to become wishy-washy, flippy-floppy softies. It doesn't work. It's a joke. And look at the results. The internet is a fabulous opportunity, and it's being squandered. It's a disaster because nobody wants to take responsibility. This has to stop. What we have at the moment is a false freedom. It is a lie. It's sticky and yucky and disgusting, and if you've got half a brain, you can see it for what it really is. It's a false fantasy land. And I would much prefer reality. I would much prefer reality. Reality might be unpleasant sometimes, but it's real. And sometimes it's very pleasant. But what we have at the moment is an artificial smokescreen. And it's ruining everything for everybody. Now what the people who have installed this artificial smokescreen will try to do, if people complain about it, is they'll say, oh, we need to create some false leaders for them. Let's create some false leaders. And so they'll just create false leaders. Which is why integrity and authenticity is so important in people, and honour. These things are critical and crucial to a functioning world. This false nonsense has to stop. I'm completely tired of it. Back to web design. The problem is, imagine, you ever seen the film I, Robot? Where these robots are walking around all the time going, oh, how can I do this for you? How can I do that for you? How can I do that for you? Oh my God, what a disaster. I wouldn't want that. I want to do things for myself. I don't want everything done for me. I don't want my actions anticipated. It's disgusting. It doesn't make it easier. It makes you feel controlled. It's disgusting. Web design should be completely minimalistic. And if you choose to have something added, so be it. But because there are nasties involved who want to control everybody, the prevailing behavior is to force all of these helpful things on people. And you just end up not wanting to touch your own computer, because every time you touch something, someone's trying to anticipate what you're doing. I don't want that. Imagine if you started to open the cupboard door in your kitchen and someone jumped out with your meal ready for you and started spoon feeding you. That's what the internet has become. It's a joke. I don't want any part of it. So I spend most of my time, as I said before, trying to find ways to avoid this rubbish. So web designers, right? There's the door. Leave. You're not needed. Web design shouldn't be all singing and all dancing. It shouldn't be there to do everything for you. I don't want everything done for me. I want to do it myself. If other people want everything done for them so that they have no brain to use, let them choose that way. But don't try and force it upon me, because you're just going to irritate the hell out of me. And that's if you have the intention of trying to be actually helpful and to design something that's usable. Because otherwise, you're just interfering in my life. And frankly, you can get the hell out of my life. Thank you very much. If I bought a product from you, that product is mine. That goes for software design. Leave it alone. I don't want you updating it every 5 blooming minutes. Leave it alone. It's my problem. If I want to update it, I'll update it. Thank you very much. Leave it alone. It's not yours. I bought it. It's mine. Oh, that's not the model. Well, I'm sorry. Your model is wrong. And it's rude. Oh, but we have to keep you safe with security updates. No, you don't. You don't. It's my responsibility. Remember, everyone used to buy antivirus software? They still can. Leave my software alone. You nosy, interfering, overreaching idiots. That's the truth. Get the hell out of my computer. Christ. When I open my Windows 11 machine, it's got a little thing underneath the password thing saying, I forgot my password, as if I forgot my homework as a child in school, because that's what they want to do, is infantilize you. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke this entire society has become. A feminized pile of puke. What a mess. Let's fix it.